The most underrated arc in JoJo is Phantom Blood. But honestly, this season is not that bad. Y'all be saying that Jonathan is the worst JoJo, Hammond is trash. And y'all might cook me in the comments, but hear me out. Even though it was kinda short, it still had some epic moments and some good qualities. Just let me explain. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. And we're gonna start with the biggest menace in this anime, Dio Brando. And I want y'all to see how Dio pulls up to my man Jojo right here. This boy had like 25,000 aura. After an entrance like that, look what this guy did. Nah, at this point, Jojo gotta throw hands, yo. So Dio and Jojo takes it to the ring. Fight. Jojo throws his first punch, and Dio's looking down on Jojo and is like, pathetic. At this point, I knew it was over for Jojo, man. Jojo keeps throwing out punches, and Dio is just bobbing and weaving like it was nothing. This dude said, that don't work. And oh man, Dio was on demon time. He threw a big body shot to Jojo and was like,
I'm not finished.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Dio hits Jojo with the meanest hook I've ever seen. And just to add a little bit more salt to the wound, Dio puts his thumb into Jojo's eye and puts Jojo straight to sleep. Now when I told y'all that this guy was a menace, he really was a menace. Cause after this, Dio decides to kiss Jojo's girl. And Jojo goes absolutely ballistic.
You tripping!
Jojo jumps from the fountain all the way to his house. I don't know what Jojo's been doing, but this should be his new sport. Dio is sitting in the chair like he's Thanos, and they start boxing again. Jojo throws the first punch. Dio blocks the attack, and Jojo gets minked and grinds his elbow on his face. With all the hits that he's been taking, he's going to make Jojo's face looking like this. Jojo's life flashes before his eyes. Jojo's realizing that he's been hold this whole episode. My boy had to lock in. He charges at Dio again. Dio blocks the punch and Dio kicks him. And Jojo grabs Dio's head like he's about to kiss him. Jojo gives him the meanest headbutt I've ever seen. He hit him so hard that his eyes rolled back. And I was like, hold up. Let him cook. Jojo gets in with a right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook. Bro got a taste of his own medicine and got elbowed. This dude for sure started to hear voices in his head. You better stop! And sent him flying. And Jojo successfully spun back for his loved ones. So years goes by and Jojo had a crazy glow up. This is when Jojo started to get W's.
And she's here.
Bro turned from Fraud Joe to Chat Joe. Like, what is going on? I ain't gonna lie, this episode started mad weird. Jojo and Dio hits the hardest dap ever.
Nani?
What?
It looked like they were homies the entire time, only to find out that Dio was faking it.
I knew it was fake. I knew it.
They had us in the first half, I ain't gonna lie, and was trying to kill his father. Jojo finds out about it, and this is one of my favorite scenes in this part. When Jojo blocks his punch with his face, Dio was shook that his attack got deflected. He's trying to spam the same move like he's in a fighting game, trying to do the thumb tactic again. This man Joe got pissed off, and Joe just straight up dogged Dio. Bro was ready to take out the trash. I can't even lie, Dio's been taking L's after L's. And this is one of the biggest sellout in history. Realizing that he's a fraud, Dio pulls out the mask and the knife out of his ass. Bro thinks he's Cardi or something. Dio kills Jojo's father. And what do the police do? Absolutely nothing. Dio is emoting mid-fight. He was like, hold that L! And I can't even hate on Dio right here. Like, are y'all dense? Finish the job, bruh. And with the power of the mask, Dio becomes a vampire. You would think that a vampire would destroy a human, right? Because this fight really shows how much of a fraud Dio is. And just to see how strong Dio is, he bends a whole spear with just one hand. Not gonna lie, that was kinda fire, so I will give Dio props for that. Dio basically kills everyone in this house. Jojo and Speedwagon plays hide and seek. They said, peekaboo.
This nigga is trash.
Jojo's climbing the wall and bro did a backflip. Jojo's asking for all the smoke. And Dio's like, I bet this is free eats. Dio pulls up to Jojo and tries to kick his head off. Took the move straight out of UFC. Jojo charges at Dio and tries to drag him from the roof to the ground. And Dio's like, psych! And I love this line delivery right here.
Get back, Jojo!
Jojo's falling to the ground, and with the power of plot armor, he hits him with a Uno reverse card. He grabs his belt and drags Dio back to him. Dio really be thinking like, just let it go, bruh. It's over. Jojo hits him with the same knife that Dio used. Jojo kicks the wall, and Dio gets hit by a statue. So Jojo takes the dub, but Dio manages to live. The fact that Dio lost against Jojo 1v1 with steroids? He's trash! So a bunch of stuff in this anime is happening. He meets a guy named Baron Zeppeli. Jojo learns Hamon, but Zeppeli ends up dying in the process of hunting Dio. And now we are on the final round. Dio's giving Jojo the look. He was like,
Oh shit, here we go again.
this pull-up is hard, not gonna lie. And Dyer is like, hold up, I got this. But we all knew that Dyer was cooked. But I ain't gonna lie, Dyer was kinda moving smooth though. Dyer splits his legs in front of Dio. No diddy. And Dyer was like, you fell for it, fool. The names on these attacks are fire. Just listen to this. No fighter has escaped it.
Cap.
Crushes Dyer's body into pieces. But before Dyer goes out like a boss, he gives Jojo the assist. All of that for a drop of blood? Jojo and Dio goes at it again. Jojo throws some roses, and Dio is moving like Sawardo. He goes after Dio and cuts his arm off. He then cuts Dio in half. Right when we thought that Jojo won this, Dio throws Jojo. It was over from here. A lot of people are saying that Jonathan ain't that smart, but Jonathan is actually smarter than people give him credit for. Using the fire behind Dio to melt the ice. Jojo hits Dio in the face, and then Jojo gets ice on his whole hand. My man got the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. Dio starts moving crazy. Dio using his veins to get his arm back. This scene had me feeling like... And Dio adjusts his face. He moving them like Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Dio jumps up on Jojo again. I was like, you're getting cooked. Jojo spinning like he's a cartoon character. And they go at it again. Dio tries to block it, but he's a fraud, he can't block it. Jojo hits him in the chest and punches through him. Dio's been dogged by Jojo his whole anime. And with all of the BS that Dio gave to Jojo, my man finally got his revenge. And finally finished Dio. Or so we thought. And what I like about this part of Jojo is the memes, not gonna lie, the menacing of Dio. And the fights in this show is really underrated. Even though it was kinda short, we still got good amount of story of Jonathan, because we gotta give respect to the OG. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.